The reflection. It started with a mirror. Lena had just moved into a crumbling old apartment in a quiet part of town, the kind of place that felt abandoned even when filled with tenants. The previous occupant had left behind only one thing, a massive, antique mirror with an ornate black frame bolted to the bedroom wall. She thought about removing it, but something about its eerie beauty made her hesitate. Besides, she was too exhausted from unpacking. That night, as she drifted to sleep, she felt an odd sensation, like someone was watching her. The first glimpse. The next morning, Lena noticed something strange. The reflection in the mirror lagged. She moved her hand, and for a split second, her reflection didn't follow immediately. It was subtle, almost unnoticeable. She blamed it on the lighting, her tired eyes, anything but the unsettling truth. Something was wrong with the mirror. That night, she dreamed of the reflection. In her dream, she stood in front of it, frozen, while her mirrored self slowly smiled, a wide, unnatural grin stretching beyond what should be possible. She woke up sweating. The distortion. Days passed, and the mirror's behavior worsened. At first, the differences were small. A strand of hair out of place, a blink she didn't remember making. Then the reflection started moving when she wasn't. One night, while brushing her teeth, she dropped her toothbrush. When she straightened up, her reflection hadn't bent down to pick it up. It stood there, staring at her. Lena stopped breathing. Then, slowly, the reflection bent down and picked up an invisible toothbrush, mimicking her motion after she had done it. She slammed the bathroom door shut. She stopped looking at the mirror, draping a sheet over it, but at night she could hear faint whispers, muffled, unintelligible sounds seeping from beneath the cloth. The air felt colder around it. One evening, she mustered the courage to rip the sheet away, determined to prove to herself that she was imagining things. Her reflection was gone. The mirror reflected the room perfectly, except for her. Then, slowly, something stepped into the frame from the darkness beyond the glass. It looked like her, but its eyes were too wide, its head tilting at an unnatural angle. It raised a hand and pressed it against the glass. From the inside, Lena stumbled back, her breath caught in her throat. The thing inside the mirror smiled, that same stretched, impossible grin from her nightmare. Then it mouthed two words. "Let me out." The lights flickered, the glass trembled, and then the reflection lunged. The last sight. The next morning, Lena's apartment was silent. The mirror stood bare, no longer covered. Inside the glass, a woman banged desperately against the surface, screaming, though no sound came through. On the outside, Lena's reflective